The eyes of fear, once you put bigger locks on your door, buy guns, close yourself off. The eyes of love, instead, see all of us as one. Here's what we can do to change the world right now to a better ride. Take all that money we spend on weapons and defense each year and instead spend it feeding, clothing, and educating the poor of the world, which it would many times over, not one human being excluded, and we can explore space together, both inner and outer, forever.
You know, I always thought that Monster Mash needed a metal cover. I'm just going to say that it did. It did. He did the like that. Or you could go death metal with it. Just you can do all kinds of stuff with it, right? So, Jim Largo, nice to see you. I see you got your rum and a pineapple juice. That's a good combination, brother. It's a good combination. I am drinking sweet tea. After the day I've had, it's like, I might drink a beer, but I'm gonna wait a little bit. I need to replenish my stuff. Rez, hello, nice to see you. It's good to see you. I don't have any candy. I don't have any toys out to show you. I don't have any clips. I don't have any crazy pictures. It's just little me. Just a little. I guess I could put the. I could put him up. Sure, we'll do that. We'll put the Gargoyle Boy up here because he's fun. He's just a ton of fun for everyone. We'll just put him up there. Just kind of hanging out. I have that tattooed on my right calf, like the whole thing. That was the first tattoo I ever got, and I just love the drawing. And I think it's cool. So, yeah, there he is. It's my gargoyle. It's my guy. There he is. It's pretty cool. Just ate a large Crunch candy bar. Crunch is great, man. Crunch is good. James Salzberg says, just finished giving out candy. What model Jeep does Suze drive? I don't know. Just a Jeep. It's older. Well, older. It's early 2000s. That's all I know for sure. I honestly don't know. It's black. It's a Jeep. Got removable doors. Like, it's a Jeep. She has a bumper sticker on the back that says, "It's a Jeep. If I wanted a Hummer, I would call your girlfriend," which I thought was really cool. Um, very, very on brand, if you will, very on brand. But I just I wanted to do something for Halloween, and it didn't look like anyone else in the community really was doing, at least not that I'm aware of, was doing a full blown Halloween stream on Halloween. Because I know Dean did one earlier in the week, but that's his schedule. Like, that's what he wants to do, and I wasn't going to. It's muffled. Is it muffled? It might be. All right. I'll switch out. Hang on. Is that better? Hope that's better. You sling Jeep parts. Oh, do you? Well, I know that we need tire sensors. I know we need tire sensors because hers are they're junk. We need new ones. So yeah, I will get that information to you, because if you can give me a good deal, I wouldn't be upset about it. Wouldn't be upset. I am also interested. I honestly don't remember, and she's actually on her way home. Let her out of work early because it was dead on Halloween. It was dead, spooky, right? But yeah, as soon as she gets home, I'll ask her. Sounds fine to you? I'm sure it sounds better now. I was looking at the Patreon only stream earlier, and the mic got really distorted. So if it does that, let me know so I can try to figure it out. Okay. They die after 6 years, so it's I don't know what any of these acronyms mean, Mr. Salzberg. It's a joke, JK, since it has a TPM. I don't know. Not my thing. Leave the dad jokes. No. I am a professional dad joke, motherfucker. All right. I won't hear about it. But no, I figured we could talk about Halloween in general and reminisce and things like that. I thought I would start with costumes, to be honest, because I remember some costumes that I had as a kid. I don't remember them all. I couldn't tell you year by year what I was. I know that I was the same thing a couple years in a row because I insisted. Okay. So JK is the body type 07 through mid 18. Hers might even be older than that, to be honest. But I know. Okay, so it might be a little bit newer than I'm thinking. I don't know. I had the the vinyl outfits. I had a few of those. I had Darth Vader, which I wore 2 or 3 years in a row. So at a minimum, 82, probably 83 is when I got it. And I wore it for like 3 years. Like, I was just like, I'm keeping this, hanging on to it. It's awesome. Like, I would put this thing on just in the middle of the day, just to be Darth Vader. I had gloves that looked very Darth Vader-y, and like black sweatpants and black shoes and stuff. And I put a hoodie, so I would close the back. Ben Cooper, that's right, exactly. Ben Cooper, baby, loved Ben Cooper stuff. So I had a hoodie, close the back, put the mask on. I had the sleeves underneath, the gloves. But I kept the front because I didn't have it. I didn't have the keypad stuff that he would normally have or anything like that. Yeah. There's a picture on the shirt that says what you're supposed to be. It was really odd. I never understood that at all. It's like, why don't you just print what's supposed to be there? I know someone who was He-Man, or I saw He-Man costumes a lot back in the day. Um, I don't remember, but I know I had a Cooper or a Cooper adjacent Optimus Prime. Came in a black box, and I always thought the mask was really cool. It was Optimus Prime for 1 year, and I want to say that was either I want to say it was 85, 84 or 85. Um, it all depends upon when I stopped being Darth Vader. Might have accidentally torn the costume. I don't know. Um, that's worst costumes. We'll get there when I get through the costumes. I can remember. We'll get there. Rez says I had to tend to the cat. Got myself some more candy. There you go. Sugar it up, Rez. Sugar it up. So I did Optimus Prime, and it. I know that I did like there was a few costumes where I got hijacked because we got too busy. I didn't get to get the one I wanted or whatever. So like if I fast forward to like 89, I am reasonably certain that I was Phantom of the Opera from the musical. So like that kind of mask, they painted that on and they greased my hair back and gave me like the shirt, the whole thing, and I wore like a black skirt as a cape. It was kind of cool. And they even put the music on a Walkman with speakers in my candy bag. And I was out with my sister, and she was really into that musical. I later got into it, but it was kind of like, well, we could do this. And after like 3 houses, the music got really annoying. I was like, I'm turning that shit off. It was like I don't need that crap in my life at all. But it was cool. Like I enjoyed it, but it was just still kind of like, it's kind of lame. I didn't have any agency or ownership of the character that I was playing and stuff like that. I was never anything like really scary. I never was. My parents wouldn't let me near the scary masks, and frankly, I didn't like the masks that much. I didn't like wearing them. I don't mind them now, but as a kid, there's like these are too big. This doesn't look right. Some of them were too scary for me. I eventually got into that stuff a lot more. Southburg says 1 year I was Ben Cooper Vader was wearing a kooky spook and inflatable bat on his head. That's kind of cool. I remember those. But I'm trying to think what else I was. Oh yes. Okay. So 86 probably would have been Optimus Prime. Because so if I was Darth Vader 82 and 83, 84 was probably that was probably my Optimus Prime, and 85 would have been Indiana Jones, where we pieced together the costume throughout the year. It was a play costume that we used, and I just wait. I don't know if I ever went as Indiana Jones for Halloween, but I always had the play costume. But I was the Terminator. Okay, 85 or 86, I was the Terminator, but we didn't have leather or pleather, so I wore like a jean jacket and then matching colored jeans with a gray shirt, like in the movie, with sunglasses, the closest we could find at the time. And I had a blue Daisy shotgun. You know, it's like the lever action. It didn't shoot anything. It just made a noise. But I just went around like that. I even got my hair cut like the Terminator. I committed to the role. Then when you're 14, you're pretty sure you're a ninja. That's cool. Joe to Becky, welcome. Happy Halloween to you as well, sir. I remember probably my best. Yeah, when I did Indiana Jones, even if it was just a play costume, we got a hat and we had to mold it into place. My mom like ironed on the ribbon around it. My pouch was there was this vinyl bag that came with this Spider-Man set that was meant to go on your bike. They had like a light and stuff, but I just kept the pouch. We reinforced the back of the pouch with duct tape and stuff, and then put a cord through it, and that became my pouch. I had a red members only jacket. It was the closest thing to a leather jacket I had at the time. my dad handcrafted a whip. He found some really good rope that would work, and he like built a wooden handle and taped that up, and it like he did a lot of stuff like that. He was like really good. He even fashioned like the whip catch, and I was watching Michael's Patreon exclusive video about the satchel, and it showed the whip holder, if you will, the whip catch or whatever. And I didn't realize how dead on the one that my dad built was. It was a piece of leather with a bolt that held it at the belt loop part, and there was a snap. It was perfect. Like it was almost screen accurate in many ways. And I think he was just trying to make it practical and function like they did in the movie. Like my dad would like really go nuts with stuff like that. It was really cool. One you were just visitors with lizard tongues from V. Yep. How many Halloween costumes became play outfits after the holidays? Most of mine did. Like I just loved dressing up. I've always loved being in character and stuff. Go figure. I end up being an actor here and there. Jeffy Hughes, hello and howdy to you too. How long has this been going? 17 minutes. You're okay. It was a surprise. I didn't announce it. But yeah, I would like just hang on to them because if they still fit, especially the masks. I just loved the masks, just having them on and stuff like that. I always dug it. I was a weird one. Exactly. All of them. Absolutely. Good to see everybody. Such lovely tea. Nom 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 nom. So there's a few gaps in here. I'm trying to figure out what the hell I was. I know 89 had to have been Phantom of the Opera. I guess I probably really wanted to be Batman, but we couldn't find something that I didn't think was lame or was decent. So I just ended up at the last second becoming the Phantom and going and getting candy. But 88, I don't know. I really don't know what I would have been in 8th grade or 6th grade. I have no recollection whatsoever. And I don't know if there's pictures of that. One costume I do have pictures of, and I've talked about briefly here and there. In 1990, I was the Flash. I had just seen the TV pilot for the new show, fell in love, and I was like, that could be a relatively easy costume to make. And my parents were like, yeah, we could do that. So we got red sweatshirt, red sweatpants, red gloves, like mitten style gloves, and I just wore regular shoes, and we got like really oversized red socks, and I just pulled them over the shoes for that. And then my dad and mom, like they let me draw out the logo, and then they cut it in from felt, use those as patterns, cut it from felt, sewed it, to the chest plate. We did the lightning bolts around here, and then the earpieces. My dad was a freaking genius. What he did was he took the wings that I'd drawn to scale, and he took a circle of cardboard that was the same size as the circle on the thing, sewed it to the ski mask I was using. So I had this old Spider-Man ski mask. If you put it on, it was the Spider-Man outfit, but your eyes were going through the holes. There was no white in there or anything. And we turned that inside out, and we cut out the, all the nose stuff and everything. So yeah, I mutilated a really nice mask for it, but that's okay. But he took these 2 discs, cardboard discs, put them where my ears would be, sewed it to the mask. Then we took the ear wings or whatever. He cut that pattern out of felt, used a marker to draw in the details, glued that to cardboard that was cut to fit, and then super glued that to the discs. So the whole thing was just a hood. It was really cool. you know, the sweatpants were a little baggy, the pants were a little baggy, but the overall effect was there. It was a really cool costume and 100% homemade, with the exception of like the Spider-Man ski mask, which we could have gotten any ski mask and done it, but the whole thing was a great show. No, no. Bjorn Jorgensen was a clown when you were 3 or 4. Ugh, who would do that to a kid? James Ellsworth actually owned the screen-used Skull Man outfit from the Action Man 90s cartoon series. Wow. Had a 5-minute live segment filmed at Universal Florida. Wore at Joe Con Atlanta. That's cool, dude. That's cool. And James Ellsworth loved the Flash TV show so much and was happy the new series had all the regulars from the 90s show and the new one. Yes, and John Wesley Shipp is now Jake Garrett. I still haven't gotten into that show yet. I keep meaning to start watching it, and it's like, I just haven't done it yet. But I have the 90s one on DVD, and I love it so much. Just a fun show, man. Just a fun show. Grandma Jorgensen was like, I'm going to dress you up as a clown. You're going to like it. Clowns creep me out a little bit. Like, I'm not scared of them or anything, but they're just like I'm not a huge fan of them myself. No, not really. No. I had bought at some point from Spencer's Freddy Claus, the plastic ones you could get, which are now apparently very expensive to get. Had those I just had them to have them. And I think I wore them to school on Halloween one day. I didn't have the sweater or anything. I just wore the glove. Ooh. Southbrook says the first 5 seasons of the new Flash series are solid. My wife bought me a custom reverse Flash jacket. That's my fall coat. Okay. Yeah. And we're just now getting into fall weather here in Texas. It's 80 degrees out right now. Yeah. But it was really cold. It was like 52 this morning. By Texas standard, that's quite cold, especially this time of year. So, you know. Didn't you have pizza yesterday, Star Fox? Didn't you have pizza yesterday? Could have sworn someone had pizza yesterday. What's my favorite Flash? That's Barry Allen. If you're talking about the different ones in the comic, Barry Allen, like hands down, Barry Allen. Shit. I like Jay Garrick. I think he's cool. I like his character, but Barry Allen, all the way, all the way. Yeah, I heard about that. That's pretty cool. Pizza is every day. Okay. Almost every day. All right. It'll kill you. It'll kill you. As I vape, I'm like, yeah, let's just go. You know. I had like a slice or two of pizza, and it was just crappy Papa John's at Retropalooza. I had that, but that's the last time I had pizza. And before that, I think we got like a Nizza pizza, which is a local thing here, and I try to stay away from it because of the dough and everything. But once in a while, get you a thin crust pizza, like, oh no, gotta have it, gotta have it. Gotta have it. You had pizza today, but not as much as Totino. Totino's pizza is good, though. I don't know what you would actually classify it as, but it was pretty good. And Starbucks with real talk. We're all dying. I'd rather have what I enjoy before I go. I agree. I just try to have a little bit less of what I enjoy so I can enjoy those things for longer, if that makes sense. That's kind of where my head's at with that stuff. But again, I'm older, and I have to think about these things. So, binging on junk food. There you go. I got myself some red hot potato chips because I haven't had those in a while. I like those. Yeah, that's how it goes, Bjorn. He says, I was so mad when I went to Walmart earlier. They had the other 3 turtles in the party wagon, but no Michelangelo. And that's the thing. Like, that would be the dream. To run in and see all 4 turtles on the pegs and then be like, well, do I get the wagon too? But I would definitely snatch up all 4 turtles in a heartbeat. A heartbeat. But, it's a whole thing. You miss smoking Lucky Strikes, but yeah, I'm glad you quit too, dude. Like, this is still bad, but nowhere near as bad as smoking is for you. I'll say that much. So I do like the nicotine. This is a very high nicotine dosage. It's meant to keep me away from even the thought of cigarettes, and it does help with my appetite and stuff like that. So, it's not bad. See, John Nada, WWE Elite Hollywood Roddy Piper, you need one. Okay. Bjorn does go, and as I said in his voice, that has all the stupid shit that I like. And some of the WWE stuff is pretty cool. I did get the 2 of those Masters of WWE figures, and they had them. So I'm sure that Bjorn will take a look and stuff. Star Fox Rain says, I got my vape, but I still smoke my menthols. I know, not good. It's definitely not good for you. That's cool. And there you go. The community comes together to help each other out, for sure. The Lady of Roddy Piper, yeah, it's really cool. In fact, I'm 99% sure he saw one the other day. He sent me a picture of it. I think he sent me a picture of it the other day, so they probably still have it. I'd venture a guess. Pretty sure that was you, Bjorn. But I have very fond memories of Halloween in general. And I remember, like, we would get the reinforced plastic bags that are specific for candy. Like, we did the pumpkins a couple times, but I was like, nah, just give me a sack. I'll just carry the sack around. And so I think I kept that one bag that I had for like a couple of years. We would just fold it up and keep it, because that's kind of where I got some of my not pack rat tendencies, where you just save stuff. And king size pillowcase. There you go. Yeah, I never used a pillowcase. I always thought that was a good idea, though. Gotta get some groceries. Look down by the restaurant. All right, cool. Starfox says, talk about WWE. I still have my Storm collectibles, Hollywood Hogan, and my Ultimate Stone Cold. Does he have like Coors cans, and do they like have beer in them and stuff? Because it's not authentic if there's no beer in the cans. Just saying, like, I know, make believe and shit, but I got around 86, 87. That's when I started to get into horror movies, when they would still scare me a little bit, but I dug them anyway. I remember seeing Aliens on VHS around Halloween, and it scared the snot out of me. And I loved it. I just loved it. He's like, I'll make custom ones with beer. There you go. Vintage Hulkamania shirts. Yep. Wrestling stuff is cool, but like, I watched it on and off, all the way through childhood and into teenage years, and as an adult, like, I've kind of slipped in and out of the whole thing. It's just never been something that I'm like super into to that degree where I would like do that. I have a couple like T-shirts. I think I have like I think I have a John Cena shirt, and I have like a anti breast cancer one from them, and I think I have a Seth Rollins one. That's about all I got. Yeah, that's the perfect age for old school WWF. That's for sure. Excuse me, WWE, right? And the lady has arrived.
I have.
Chat wants to know what model of Jeep you have.
What model of Jeep? I have a Wrangler 4-door.
Wrangler 4-door from what year?
2011.
2011 Jeep Wrangler 4-door. James Salzberg wanted to know because he actually, in his day job, slings Jeep parts.
Oh, nice.
So I told him about the sensors, and I'm like, see if we can figure some out. Star Trek Rangers, I think the only movie legit scared me as a kid was a Thing. I didn't see that until I was an adult, and I was in bed with my wife at the time, and I'm up watching it. She's asleep, and they get to the part with the spoilers with the blood, and when what happened with that, I was like, ah! It was like pushing 30. I'm like, ah! It's a great movie, and ever since then, it's been an absolute favorite. Watch it at least twice a year. I love that movie. In fact, we should watch that soon. I love that movie.
It is Halloween.
Yeah, totally Halloween. 100%.
Yep. And I am home early.
Like 80s golden era, 90s attitude, 2000 roots was great. Yeah. I don't know that it's horrible now. I'm just not what I like. I tried to watch those, but I didn't enjoy those at all. Jim Largo. I didn't like the WWF Saturday morning cartoons. Bjorn, that's put that on your list. That is a tour de force. Even if you're just watching it dispassionately to appreciate the effects, Rob Bottin did an amazing job on that. All practical effects, everything's in camera. It's insane what he did effects wise on that film. Absolutely nuts. Absolutely nuts. It's a mandatory watch. Same with Hellraiser and Hellraiser 2. Like for me, it's like Nightmare on Elm Street, Hellraiser 2, The Thing, the original Halloween is definitely up there. I would say the middle Friday the 13th, so like 6 and up. So like Jason Lives up are mandatory. The first 3 or 4 are good. First 5 are okay. But it really gets going at like 6 up. Those are really good. Watching Night of the Creeps tonight. Nice. That's pretty cool. Ozzy, welcome to the stream. Just watched Dimension 4 The Dream Master. We watched that a week ago, 2 weeks ago, something like that. And yes, I'm wearing an Insect Warfare t-shirt. One of my favorite bands. Love them. It's clean. I put it on. Alien and They Live hold up. I think the first one, I think the original Nightmare on Elm Street still holds up to this day. I think New Nightmare only gets better with age. I think a lot of people unfairly judged the remake. I think the remake was pretty good until the last 15 minutes. Basically, he started getting jokey out of it all of a sudden. I didn't like that. But most of it's Rez. It's a great movie. You gotta watch it. Yes, terrifying awesomeness. I agree. You guys gotta watch Hellraiser movies, man. Not the thing that They Live. Okay. Well, They Live holds up too, though. It's not a horror movie, but it's good. Hellraiser is amazing. I absolutely adore that movie. Yeah, a lot of people say Dream Warriors is their favorite. I'm always gonna like champion the first one, but I think Dream Warriors is great. It's fun. Kruger, pussy! That's classic line. Don't bury me. I'm not dead. Bill Pullman in his least iconic role. Yeah, it's definitely awesome, but not scary. I mean, unless you dislike conflict, you got a 20-minute freaking fight in the middle of the movie. If you don't like to watch people fighting, don't watch that movie. Yeah, see, that's where Dream Warriors loses me, honestly, because SOD, the Stormtroopers of Death, had already recorded a song called Freddy Krueger, and I think it was Charlie Benante said it's like scarier than the movie, and they did a photo shoot with Freddy Krueger and stuff, and the scuttlebutt was that they were going to use that song in the movie, but then Dawkins comes in with their White Rain, Aquanet haircuts and like I'm like that's cool and stuff, but I'm more like I'm more into that stuff, obviously. So I think they got ripped off. However, the Rockstream Warrior is great. Yeah, I mean, when it comes to hairband stuff, Transformers the movie. You don't need anything else, personally. Johnny Depp was in the first one. That's right. He certainly was. And he got sucked into a bed. Yeah, the documentary Crystal Lake Memories, he talks about that. And they had written and arranged like 3 or 4 different versions. Like they had like the heavy version, they had like the hard rock version, and then they had the pop one. And that's the ones the movie went with. It was like the poppy one. It was very. He's the one behind. Shut up, Alice. Shut up. I'm gonna rewatch Horror of Dracula from '58. I love Hammer horror. It's great stuff. Baby Depp. Yeah, I'm not gonna defend Alice Cooper on this show. Never really liked him. Never really liked him. I just like the Beatles. Like I see where the influence comes in. Like he's certainly an important character in rock and roll history. Certainly with metal, the imagery was cool. I think he was a good guy, but I just can't sit and listen to Alice Cooper. I can't do it. Does nothing for me. My hair is not blown back by it at all. What was the movie about about black backmasking? I think so, yeah. Trick or Treat, yeah. I think it's just an R though. Yeah, that's a good one. Been watching the Universal monster movies. Very good choice. Always a good choice. Love me some Boris Karloff and some Bela Lugosi. Pre-heroin Bela Lugosi, at least. You know. I was always partial to Creature from Black Lagoon. Creature from the Black Lagoon. Creature from the Black Lagoon. Ugh. Ice-T's making me all. Alice Cooper got you into things horror. Trick or Treat your favorite movie. There you go. I think everyone had a different kind of introduction to stuff, and it's like anything else. Like you never forget your first, kind of a thing. Yes, Jim Largo. The lore was very deep and did not translate well to cinema, but they made up for it. They still made a good movie that was based on it, but it's not the same at all. For example, people that are freaking out that the new Pinhead is being cast as a woman, they need to shut up, because the original Pinhead in the book was androgynous, leaning female, so it's more accurate than Doug Bradley. Even though Doug Bradley owned that stuff. Oh, no tears, please. Like, that's great. Love him to death. Can't get enough of the guy. But he's getting old, and we need an updated Hellraiser. And I think going with a woman was the right choice for a multitude of reasons, not the least of which is that it's book accurate. There's a lot you could do with it. Yeah, Event Horizon. We have the collector's edition of that on the Blu-rays. It's quite fun. It's a shame you can't get the full director's cut. Like the masters are lost, and you can't get it. Like it can't be made. They can't do it. The only thing they have left are like videotape masters, and you can't upscale that shit. Can't do it. Hey man, that movie was fine. It was just fine. The problem with that film is it should have been 3 movies. They could have spread that. Excuse me, cat. Get away from my tea. And Jill has arrived. She is here. I don't know if they would be able to do a remake of the Puppet Master that holds up. I don't think so. I think the effects would look even hokier. And there was a charm to the way they did Puppet Master I just don't think they could pull off. But, hey, in a world where, the Halloween 2018 is almost better than the original Halloween, like, anything can happen. You get the right people. Local VHS station would do Creature Week when I was a kid. I remember one of them was Hiss, or Dirk Benedict's becomes a snake. Yes, exactly. It was very cool stuff. We had that stuff. The creature feature that I remember when I lived in North Ridgeville, Ohio, just outside of Cleveland. Their commercials would show like movie monsters, Frankenstein, Godzilla, a couple other ones, and the commercial would be backtracked to You are so beautiful to me. It was great. I thought that was so cool. It was my introduction to Motown and the movie Monsters. I loved it. I would always watch that stuff. That was probably my introduction to Godzilla. So thank you for reminding me of that. I have to talk about that on Wednesday. Jesse says, and hello. Despite its silliness when I was younger, I thought Brendan Fraser's Mummy was a horror movie. I would still argue action horror, pretty good one. I've never seen it. Never seen it. I'm like, this is weak sauce, Indiana Jones clone crap. Is there any horror film that I'd like to see remade? Well, Hellraiser. I mean, that's happening. So they're making it a TV series though, which I think is a better idea. You could go do more with it. I would like to see the Friday the 13th series continue from where they left off with the 2009 one. I thought that was a masterfully done remake. If you're going to do a remake of that movie, that's how you should do it, kind of a thing. Yeah, I think we should keep going with Friday the 13th. I think that Nightmare deserves another crack at the old bat. I think they had great casting in that remake, but the writers didn't quite know what they were doing. For my money, yeah, it would be very hard to read Puppet Master. I'll say this though: the latest Hellraiser sequel, I think it's called Revelations. I don't remember, but it's the latest one. It came out in 2018. That's actually pretty good, and it doesn't have Doug Bradley, but they kind of minimize uh, minimize the downfall of it not being Doug Bradley, but he does a good job. It's actually pretty good. Yeah, it was pretty good, dude. The redhead on what show? What did I miss? I don't. Oh, is it the Mummy you're talking about? Yeah, it was a. It was almost. It didn't see theatrical. It went straight to video and stuff. And they're kind of like adding to the lore, and it's cool. It's an idea, but they had like no budget, and it shows. But they did a lot with what they had. It's a cool story. Like it's a nice little Hellraiser. Boom. So it's kind of cool. I dug it for sure. Check it out. It's worth it. Just rent it on like Prime Video or something. But you can get the Blu-ray for like $10 or something. And there's enough cool quotes that'll get you through that movie. Like the movie is not as well done as it could be with the subject matter, but once you get past the like, well, we had no money, the concepts are there, the story is there. It's just a little, you know. Oh, okay, you're talking about the TV series. Oh yeah, that redhead was, she was cute, real cute. And the protagonist from the series left and later ended up being the protagonist in Jason Goes to Hell. Kind of interesting. The only person that did the TV series and the movies. It's kind of cool. Very interesting stuff. Very interesting stuff. But I always watch horror movies in greater succession around Halloween because they're more readily available for one thing. But I watch them all the time. Like that's not the only thing I watch, but it's kind of like if I'm at a loss of something to watch and there's no stand-up comedy that I want to watch, horror movies, I'll go right there. Here's my counterpoint to this, Star Fox, because I wish there could be a sequel to Event Horizon so we can know what really happened. What I think we should get is a prequel miniseries that leads right up to the movie, and then get a show that picks up where it left off. Like make it a whole thing. Like, not make it just about the ship, but about that realm and people encountering it and stuff. It could be a really cool thing that could be explored. Could be on Shudder, being exclusive. Excuse me, kitty, off of the desk. Don't you paw at me. That's rude. Stop that. Rude. No, I like Jason Goes to Hell. Easily has the best kill of the entire series in it when they kill Jason by blowing him to fuck up. I actually really like that. It's a nice when you're watching them in rapid succession, because we did. We went through the whole Blu-ray set, and excuse me again. Excuse me again. Get out of here. You're just starting to get tired of the formula by that point, and then Jason Goes to Hell comes up and like mixes it up for you, and it's like, oh, I needed something, little palate cleanser. It's a fun movie. It may not be the most faithful Friday the 13th, the least formulaic. It's fun. It's a good movie. That is true. Yeah. Hellraiser, a lot more free, but the latest one, I think you would still have to rent because they're probably trying to make their money back, What little money they spent in the first place. See, Ozzy, Jason Goes to Hell is his favorite right there. Holy hell! Hello, Shannon Mason. This is one of my best friends from high school. So it's the only person in the chat that has known me longer than Jill. Shannon's awesome. I haven't seen her in a while. It's been 11 years since I was in Pittsburgh. Was when you last saw me at hitting stuff and shit. That's crazy. It's good to see you, Shayna. Good to see you. Bum. Favorite kill in Jason movies when Jason Goes to Hell, just pow, elbow to the face for chin is gone. Yes, that's good. It's a very good one. It's a nice one. It's good kills. It's pretty cool. It's pretty cool. I knew Zeus was gonna come up with this shit. I knew it was coming. She's like, sleeping bag kill. And the thing is, that was made in the edit, because the original version was like bap, 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 bap. Well, the MPAA made them cut it back, and when they went through it, they're like, it's just better if you just do one. So, and just kills them. So the MPAA might be responsible for one of the most iconic kills in Friday the 13th history. I'm just saying. It's not all bad, kids. It's not all bad. Bum. Yeah, it has been forever. It certainly has. Certainly has. So we talked costumes. We've been talking movies a little bit. How come some names are blue? Because they're moderators. Moderators are blue. They have a little wrench next to them. They're blue. So we got Gojatron, for example. Just watch King Kong Escapes, not a horror film. Unless you were hoping for a good King Kong film, and then it was just like, ugh. That's scary in that sense. Well, yes, of course you watched The Crow last night. It's a good Halloween movie, for sure. No question about it. A little depressing, but Starbucks. Sorry, typing and eating while trying to keep my keyboard clean. Yeah, that's a constant struggle, keeping the keyboard clean. Even if you have clean hands all the time, stuff just gets in there. I gotta watch a guide on how to clean mine. I'm just get to a point where it's like, ugh. I'll just get wipes and just start wiping it down and stuff. But getting in there and really digging out the dust and stuff can be hard. It can be real hard. Just rewatched Crow City of Angels and the second one as much as the first. I've never seen it. I was like, nope, no Brandon Lee, I'm not watching. I couldn't get past it at all. but it's supposedly okay. Okay. You know, there's a lot of movies I haven't seen. Like for all these things, I'm like, I've seen this, I've seen this, I have seen that. Yeah, I have a mechanical keyboard, but I don't know if these actually come off or not. I would need one of those things that remove them too. The Logitech G910, which I love to death, but I don't know. Wait, what? Oh, you're quoting Lisa Simpson. Okay. What are some movies that are Halloween movies that aren't marketed as such? Oh, that's good. Nightmare Before Christmas, probably. I would say definitely has Halloween stuff in it. Um, Well, I would say that there are a lot of movies that didn't come out around Halloween that are clearly horror films. So in that, like Tales from the Crypt, Demon Knight, one of the best horror films of all time. Definitely something one should watch around Halloween for sure. Really, E.T.? You think E.T.? Okay. The Craft. All right. All right. I can see that. Uh, Monster Squad. Monster Squad is an amazing Halloween film. You're right. E.T. is set during Halloween. It's true because E.T. comes face to face with a Yoda. Oh, many years. You know, Billy Zane. Yeah, as soon as he put on that wig in Titanic, I'm like, nope, that's not Billy Zane anymore. That's that character. He's a jerk. Don't like him. Keep that man bald. Keep him bald. And his sister was the one that played Freddy's daughter in Freddy's Dead. Spoilers.
Lisa Zane.
What do I think about Asian horror? Like, Train to Busan's amazing. It's a great movie. If you haven't seen it, guys, go watch Train to Busan. Probably the best zombie movie you'll see in a long time. Really good stuff. Really good stuff. You know, it's great. You watch Bordello. It's not great, Bordello Blood, but it's fun. It's just not great. Hair ruined Billy. Not wrong. Not wrong. Midnight Meat Train. That's a great title. I used to play bass for them. I used to play bass for Midnight Meat Train. Yeah, 28 Days to Later. I think got a lot of press and a lot of attention when it came out. Deservedly so. People don't talk about it as much as they used to, and they really should. Lisa Zane, thank you very much. I don't know what I'd call Mortal Kombat a Halloween movie, but it could be. It could be. Especially the new one. Oh, new one's great. It's great. Ah. I don't like the Resident Evil movies that much. I have most of them, but I do. They're not good. They're okay. They're action films that have horror elements. But they strayed so far away. So I had this tweet earlier, and I will read it to you. Where's it at? So it says, movie elevator pitch. A period film about literally any USA commander-in-chief, but they're zombies. Movie's entitled President Evil. I just thought it'd be funny. It'd be great to have some president, like, could you imagine, like, Eisenhower, Ike going like, there's zombies, you know, Patton, get in here. You know, that'd be fun. It'd be fun. Yeah, see, that's why everyone watched Resident Evil, Star Fox. It's because of Mila Jovovich. They just keep waiting for her to say, Lily Dallas Multipass. She doesn't, which is fine. She's badass. It's cool. Okay. All right, let's keep the Kevin Smith quotes to a minimum here. On the Phantom on Laserdisc and custom Migos. I've never seen that either. I want to. I just haven't seen it yet. Absolutely not. I disagree. Slashers are way better than psychological horror or any of this like paranormal activity crap. I like things that make me think. I like creepy stuff too. But if someone says you can either watch, Psycho or Hatchet, I'm gonna watch Hatchet because I want to see jaws get ripped off and shit. But I'm a sick man. It's totally fine. Psychological horror has its place, but I like seeing. I like seeing effects. I like seeing just stuff you don't get to see. Um, but that's just me. But there's some cool stuff. Like I love The Devil's Advocate, which is very cerebral, um, and arguably a horror film, but also a drama. So it's like, where do you? I think there's room for all of it. But if I had to make a choice, slasher films all day long. You know, Cloverfield was cool. I just didn't like the way it was shot. It was all handheld and like I didn't like that. But there's some cool stuff in it for sure. I have not seen a Spiral. I know it links to the Saw series. I just don't care. I haven't seen it yet. Yeah, they made that movie on a budget of nothing. It was like $15,000 or something. They just mounted cameras and did stuff, and then did a lot of CGI in the background to make things, and editing to make things look a certain way. But that movie was one of, if not the most profitable horror film ever made, and with good reason because they spent nothing on it, and it scared people. Like that's fine, but it's one thing to get somebody with a jump scare, and yeah, those have their place. But when that's your whole shtick, is just having nothing happening in your movie and then just and it's like, come on, that's not you're not crafting a world, you're not world building, you're not character building, you're just surprising me and making me spill popcorn that I paid way too much for. So fuck you, movie. Yeah, Cabin in the Woods tried me both, failed. Yep, that happens a lot. There's one found footage movie that I feel everyone needs to see, and it's Cannibal Holocaust. That's all I gotta say. Obviously, I'm a huge slasher giallo fan. Love most horror, but slasher giallo is my bread and butter. At least like it'd be. Yeah, ghost films are. Now we have a vote for Cabin in the Woods and fight. We'll see. But everyone can have different opinions, right? Ex from high school maybe went to cross the universe and fell asleep, then became exes. Because you fell asleep? I feel like there was more going on there. Another vote for Cabin in the Woods. Something said, which is a real time suck. Felt the same at watching and sitting through Star Wars. Yeah. And the holiday special, like, what kind of cocaine were they snorting when they made that? Well, like a third of it without subtitles, just Wookiees just going. Like the grandpa Wookiees watching like VR porn and stuff. It was weird. It was really weird. Sorry, I shouldn't say the P word. Because stupid stuff. Ghost of Mars is underrated. Anthrax did the soundtrack alongside John Carpenter, which was kind of cool. Labyrinth, there you go. Would that be a Halloween movie? I guess kinda, because like all the different fantastical elements in it. Absolutely. Recent zombie movie set in World War II Normandy. I don't know. I don't know what this. I know what you're talking about, but I can't think of the name. Saved my life. Sorry, because there was more going on there. She complained about me not listening to her enough or something. I don't know if I was paying attention. I see what you did there. You think you're seeing somebody else? That happens a lot. High school, it's the whole thing. Cod piece. Enough said. Dead Snow. Ozzy's just a treasure trove of information. He's just like, hey, it's this movie. Yay, tea. My name's Tea. Sweet tea. I pity the fool that'll hydrate. Is it your favorite RLM anything? Or is it your favorite analysis of the Star Wars Holiday Special? Just asking. Yes, Nazi zombies! Dead. Goji Trout says, I'm not a slasher fan, Universal, Hammer, and Kaiju films. I like all those and slashers. I like all of it to a certain degree. But I like to see. I like stuff I don't have to think about too much as well, though. That goes for action movies too. Like I like stuff that I can just kind of like turn it off and just watch brainlessly. I need stuff like I need to like disconnect and switch off and stuff. Like I probably shouldn't even have done this stream, but I was like, well, I'm not getting anything else done, and I didn't see any Halloween streams. I want to at least get one in, so I knew you wanted something. Yes. Several unintentional comedy horror flicks. Any unintentional horror flicks that would end up scary without meaning to? Oh, so you're saying like anything that was scary but didn't mean to be? Showgirls. Showgirls is definitely pretty scary for what it is. I don't know if there's any other movies that would fall into that. Speaking of teeth, I have seen the movie Teeth. So have I. It's a weird movie. Slacker. There you go. Yeah. Yeah, E.T. was weird, wasn't it? Yeah. Like, don't touch me, bad touch. Stranger danger. Now, see, Leprechaun was meant to be a horror film, though. But it was unintentionally funny. We're asking about unintentionally scary. Leprechaun was not scary. Unless you're Garth Algar. Ooh, yeah. Wrath of Khan with the bug in the ear. That was good. He put things in our ears. Made us do things. Lie. Bad things. It's crazy. Oh, yeah. Returned a good pick, Shayna. Good pick. Return to Oz was crazy. It's out there and it's dark, but it's accurate to the literature, though. That's the thing. So it's Wizard of Oz would be less accurate to the books and stuff. It's kind of crazy.
No.
So, Cat's on the TV again. Fun times. Shazam? Ugh. That's or you mean Kazam? Or is it Shazam? Chris Swarm's Kazam. I could be wrong though. Oh yeah, they're young. Enter through the ear. As they grow, follows madness and death. Yeah. It's like it's crazy. Yeah. I would say Tremors is a horror movie. It's a send up of like that old 50s style of horror. It's earnest, and there is certainly tension to the film, but it's a horror comedy by standards of the time. One of my favorites. I'm a sucker for all those movies. I love them to death. Love that series. But the first one, can't beat it. Can't beat it. It's tone perfect. Pitch perfect for what it is. Yeah, the
Stop.
American McGee's Alice and Alice Madness Returns. Those are very, very well regarded, and I think the movie would be well served for those. I disagree. I like them fine. I like them all equally, without shame. And anytime you can say, "Oh, that movie went downhill after 5," it's like, well, they made it to 5, so anything else is a bonus. James Salzberg met Carlo Montalban when he was working when you were working at QVC. I was like, whoa, he was working at QVC. I guess he was. He's like, this watch is very, that's cool, man. I'm glad that he was nice. Jesse Hughes says horror is being an arachnophobe and going to see a Hobbit Desolation of Smaug. Having read the book as a kid, knowing in advance what was in those woods. That's fair enough. Hey, spoilers! Spoilers, Star Fox! Nay, 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 sir. We don't do that around here. Nope, nope, nope. We don't do that. No, no, no. Because what if someone decides they want to watch Tremors and then they get to that and they don't get, you know what I'm saying? Think these things through. I know it's a few years old and whatever. I do my best to avoid that kind of stuff, especially if we're trying to get people into certain movies. So, yeah, meh. It was fine. Meh. Like if someone said, "Do you want to watch a good John Goodman horror adjacent movie?" I'd say Matinee. Eight-Legged Freaks was a fun movie. What horror movie series needs only needs one movie? Well, there's so many of those that actually fit that. I'd say the Blob remake in the '80s, that stands alone as arguably a perfect film for what it is and doesn't need to be explored further. Well, it could be. The Tremors bit. He was selling Star Trek autographs back as a high school. Oh, okay, I got you. I get you. See, he says, I've never seen. Rose says, I've never seen Tremors. There you go. He didn't spoil that first one. He spoiled a later film. Well, we do have all the Critters movies on Blu-ray. We do, so we can check those out. Maniac, okay, I'd go with that. Another vote for Dream Warriors. Yeah, I don't think that Nightmare on Elm Street, like it was meant to stand alone, but I'm glad they had all the sequels and stuff. I'm really glad. So I don't think they should go back and like erase those from history. The first Tremors movie is great. I was really hesitant to watch the sequels, and I was like, I'll try it because I own them. I just never got around to watching them until like last year, and I was like, oh, these are actually pretty good. And then you find out that the second movie was going to be bigger and go into theaters and all that stuff, and they kind of got screwed over with the budget. That's why it turned out the way it did, but it was still good. I would agree that The Crow did not need to have any sequels. I would agree with that 100%. Um, hmm. I was going to say Wishmaster, but the second Wishmaster was pretty good. But I have a theory with Wishmaster because they changed the casting in 3 and 4 because of a conflict. So in order for Wishmaster 3 and 4 to be palatable to me, I'm just like, well, that's just a different Jinn. It's a different genie. What that is. James Salzberg with a great idea. He says, what about a watch party once a month where we could all sync our own platforms and group chat and tell my daughter why I watch movies? There you go. There is a platform called Scener where we can do exactly that. Where as long as you have that platform, I can show you anything. It will force everyone to stay synced in the movie, and there's a chat right in there. So it's a pretty cool little platform. Doesn't cost a dime. It's completely legal, and it's quite good. So I think that would be a good thing. We can do it on Twitch with Amazon stuff as well. But Scener does that as well as other stuff and forces things to be in sync and stuff. So, dude, the Tremor sequels blow Mega Piranha out of the water. They're not nearly as cringe, and I think they're better movies. But there is some cringe. So you'll like those, but not in the same way you like Mega Piranha. It's not the same thing. Yeah, the watch party that they had was cool. I've considered doing stuff like that, and I have done it in the past. But I think Scener is probably a better platform for that than YouTube. It's hard to get the word out and have people like adapt it and stuff. So that might be a Patreon only thing, which is fine. You're a patron; it'd be cool. That would probably be the easiest way to get the word out to where people actually would, read it. And you can using Scener, like I can put a webcam on and talk my way through the movie and stuff. So yeah, we could do that. We could do that once a month. Absolutely. Yeah, we could absolutely do that. Are you talking about Tremors? Okay, they're all good movies. Just hate something. Okay. Whoa! Super Geek for New Wheel of Time adaptation. Cool. Yeah, I'll send you a link, dude. It's pretty cool. That hello random. Like what? You want them to remake Who Framed Roger Rabbit, or you think it's an intentional horror movie? I think of real horror flicks or MSD. I'm thinking of movies in general. It doesn't have to be horror. It can be anything. I did do a live riffing on Night of the Living Dead because it's uh, public domain. It was fun, and I think those work best when there's like a theme that you keep revisiting. And I made that movie about the the main character, the main male character, always needing a pack of cigarettes. So the whole movie's like, "Where are my cigarettes?" Whereas it's like, "I was there. I remember that." Oh, you took your muscle relaxers and have the heating pad on. You're like, "Bring me relaxation." I'll be interested to see if she knocks out. I don't know. Killer Killer's public domain. That is cool. That'd be one we could show. It's a great movie. Hey, old buddy. Night traveler, I see, huh? Oh, you got your well. Hey, a drill. I love that. That's the best scene in the whole movie. Does the '90s X-Men still hold up? The cartoon series? I think so. It's a little cheesy, but it's good. I enjoy it. That's some good stuff. The Last Unicorn. Yeah, that was dark. It's a good movie though. Yeah. Yeah. So, uh, or her. Well, we've been live for about an hour and 15 minutes, just shy of it, and I will go Q&A for 10 minutes or so. Just rapid fire me some stuff if you're into it, and we'll talk for a bit, and then I'll get the hell out of here. So I'll take up all of your time, I'll take up all of my time, but we had a good time, and it's fun. And we had my buddy, the Gargoyle, here, which reminder, I had tattooed on my right calf at the age of 19. My first tattoo, so I've had it for 25 years. I've had that on my leg. I love that image so much. Little Gargoyle, buddy. Hey, how you doing, little Gargoyle? I'm doing okay. Thank you for asking. But yeah, I think everyone should watch Cannibal Holocaust. Um, it's not for everyone. It's certainly not for anyone under the age of 21. It's brutal. Ozzy's going to bed. Have a good sleep. James Salzberg's got to go. Time for moving out with your daughter. Love you too, brother. Definitely will see you soon. We'll see you for the premiere tomorrow, hopefully. Yes, Shayna, we are all quite old, but you're younger than me, so you're okay. What else? It's not a horror movie because it's on brand. I'm hoping that they do a decent Masters of the Universe movie this time around. Like I'm hoping it actually is kind of dark and kind of goes there, but I have no idea. I have no idea. Cool, man. Oh wait, cool, man. Talk to you then. Probably gonna stay up again. And yeah, all that pizza and I'm guessing Mountain Dew. Just gonna throw it out there. Probably caffeinating it up. Like, oh, look at all this caffeine in my body, man. It's great. It'll be a hard time, but it's cool. Whatever you're into, man. Whatever you're into, it's totally okay. No, 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 no. No multiverse. I just want a traditional, like, basically take the movie we got with Dolph Lundgren, but never leave Eternia. Like they had a good idea in the start, but they ran out of money, so they had to come to Burbank. So I think if they could do a really like serious send up, like on Eternia, I'd be in. Like Flynn, it would be great. No one needs to try to reboot the thing. No one needs to try to like do a Revelations thing where they're like continuing the story. Like just do an origin film or whatever. No pun intended. Drinking Dr. Pepper because Mountain Dew to you is gross. The new stuff is. I like the stuff with real sugar in it. And the Soda Stream version of Mountain Dew is amazing. Melvor, welcome in. Says just had a trick or treater just up his radar from MASH. That's great. That's awesome. Did he look the part? Did he look good? Did he have a good costume? Yeah, I don't have any trick or treaters here. I guess they don't come to hotels, which is fine. That'd be kind of creepy. Go to a hotel and trick or treat and be like, "Well, what are you doing here?" Yeah, nah. But that's cool. Radar costume. That's pretty cool, especially in today's day and age. That's really neat. That's really cool. And people always say, "Oh, are you gonna dress up?" I'm like, I'm limited in what I can dress up as because of my size. So like, well, I could probably be Doc Ock because he's got a badonkadonk. I could be a Showa era Godzilla because he's got a badonkadonk. The Blob, I guess. If he had a beard, I don't know. Santa Claus, but like a demonic Santa Claus, maybe. I don't know. And costumes are so, especially when you're adult. Like if you want to get a good costume, like they're really expensive. So I don't know. I was gonna buy a mask because I was hoping to do a stream tonight. I didn't want to tell anybody. It's a little too on brand there, buddy, Mr. Stay Puft. I'll give you Mr. Stay Puft. I know you're just trying to help. Did you call me fat? Like I just said I was fat. So I couldn't wear that hat with the ribbon. I couldn't get that far. No. Plus, he doesn't speak. You know I can't shut up ever. He's just sitting there going, like I would die. Not speaking all night. Couldn't do that. Can't do it. Can't do it. Can't do it at all. Kingpin, that would be a good one. Kingpin would work. I could pull that off, but again, I don't want to shave the beard. So it would just be Kingpin with a beard, I guess. I don't know. Looking like a sailor with an evil smile. Yeah, but he didn't have, he just had a vacant smile. He was like, until like someone started messing with him, and then he was like, "Oh, I'm mad now. I'm evil." Genie from Aladdin? I mean, I guess maybe, but that's good. And he speaks a lot. That would work. It's on the watch list. I haven't seen it yet. I started it and then I had to stop it because something happened, and I just never got around to watching it again. That's the one with Nick Cage in it. I've heard nothing but good things, and I want to watch it at some point. It'd be cool. Be very cool. All right, kids. I'm done. I'm out of Halloween things to talk about, and I'm gonna turn these lights off and relax. But thank you for being here. I hope you're having a great Halloween. Watch stuff that's scary and gory and fun, and be awesome. So we'll see you tomorrow for the premiere. Pew 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 pew. And we'll see you Wednesday for a live stream with Goatstron. You guys be awesome. I love you. I'm out. Bye.